Hallo und herzlich willkommen zu einer neuen Folge CoCo-Cooking Connects. Heute treffen sich Jiwan und Lou und sie reden über das Thema I've got a feeling. Und da geht es um Würze und Wärme aus der Heimat. Beide reden über traditionelle Gerichte aus ihren jeweiligen Heimatländern. Lou kommt tatsächlich aus dem Schwabenländle und Jiwan aus Indien. Und ich denke, das wird eine sehr, sehr schöne Folge, wo wir sehr viel über neue Gewürze lernen werden. Viel Spaß!
Hallo und herzlich willkommen bei CoCo-Cooking Connects,
dem Podcast, der Menschen aus Kiel an einen gemeinsamen Tisch bringt.
Ich bin Patti
und ich bin Ann-Christine. Gemeinsam begleiten wir euch durch spannende Kochgeschichten, inspirierende Begegnungen und persönliche Gespräche.
Bei CoCo kochen zwei Menschen ein typisches Gericht ihrer Heimat, jeweils eine Person mit und eine ohne Fluchts- oder Migrationserfahrung.
Diese Cooking Couples sprechen hier im Podcast über ihr Leben, ihre Kultur und ihre Erfahrungen. Dazu gibt es in jeder Folge ein Oberthema. Es geht ums Essen und ums Kennenlernen, Vorurteile abbauen und echte Begegnungen schaffen.
Denn wir glauben, Kochen verbindet. Es schafft Raum für Austausch, Neugier und Verständnis.
CoCo ist ein Projekt von kulturgrenzenlos e.V., einem Kieler Verein, der seit 2015 Begegnungen fördert.
Mit CoCo laden wir euch ein, Teil dieser offenen, vielfältigen Community in Kiel zu sein. Bei uns geht es um echte Verbindungen.
Gefördert wird das Projekt vom BAMF, dem Bundesministerium für Migration und Flüchtlinge.
Also, Schürze an, Ohren auf und herzlich willkommen bei CoCo Cooking Connects.
Hello, welcome to CoCo number 5 in KGL. Our topic is I've got a feeling, spice and subtlety. My name's Lou, I'm a volunteer at KGL and I'm from southern Germany, the Black Forest region, if this rings a bell. And today I will talk about the spice and the feelings my dishes imply. And yeah, you see this enthusiastic KGL mascot, Lily the dog. Hello, do you want to say something? Yeah, she has a lot of things to say. And my dish is called Maultaschen, or in English like Swabian ravioli because of the form. And this is a dish, basically it has a noodle duff and it has a filling with vegetable and meat. And I will talk later about the origins of this dish. And now we go to our second host.
Hello everyone, my name is Jiwan. I come from a small town called Prayagraj in Uttar Pradesh of India, and the dish that I would be talking about and preparing for this CoCo Connect would be Kachori Dum-Aloo. It would be made with potatoes and bread dough. Yeah.
So today's topic, we decided for I got a feeling because I like the pun, feeling.
Okay, so we have some things prepared for us and now we are going to start this. And yeah, so trying a new recipe or perfecting a classic one. I would go with trying a new recipe because I have not tried a lot of cuisines. I've mostly eaten Indian food. I've tried German food now, but yeah, I would like to try more cuisines across the world, maybe. So trying a new recipe would be my pick.
I would also try a new recipe because it's more interesting to discover more flavors and learn how to prepare different dishes. So I also like eating, so why not learn how to cook more, to eat more?
That's true.
Dramatic movie night or calm documentary evening?
What would be your pick?
I think it depends on the documentary because I love learning about new things, so documentaries are fine as long as they're interesting. I also love dramatic movies from time to time, so I can't really decide on both of them, so I say both.
Okay, for me it would be dramatic movie night. I think I'm more into movies than documentaries. So yeah, I've watched a lot of movies and I'm really into criticizing them and going online, like posting reviews on Letterboxd or something. So yeah.
Oh, you're a certified critic.
Now, so the question is accidentally adding too much chili spice or accidentally adding too much salt?
Both is bad, I guess, but I would rather choose adding more salt than chili, I guess.
Yeah. For me too, I think. Sometimes it gets really spicy anyway, so I would prefer too much salt.
Cooking together as a family or everyone does their own thing? I don't know. Like, for example, my mother or my grandmother, they showed me a few things. And I also used to cook with my sister some stuff together a few years ago when I was still living in southern Germany. So now I cook with friends. So I love to cook with others. That's a fun activity.
I think I would be too annoyed by some people if they don't work according to my wishes. So I would prefer to cook alone, maybe. Yeah. And it gets chaotic with a lot of people sometimes. If your personality were a spice, which one would it be?
Habanero chili.
Really?
I burn the people and I have a little bit of a temper sometimes.
Okay, I've not seen that, so it's good.
Maybe I behaved in front of you?
I don't know who of me. I don't know. I think I would be a blend of spices that would be used in biryani, you know?
That's nice. That's tasty.
Tasty. Yeah.
Large family gathering around a table or intimate small meals? Definitely the second one, because as much as I love my family and stuff, it's sometimes getting too crowded and too loud. So I prefer to have only a few people eating and chilling together, chill out together. I like gatherings to be cozy.
I think I would prefer a large family gathering because it has been 6-7 months and I would really want to see everyone together. And I have nephews and nieces, so that would be nice to, when everyone is together with me and we are eating together or something. So yeah.
Do you miss them?
Sometimes, but I don't know. I really like it here. I already made a few friends and stuff, and so yeah, it's better than being in India in another city and then not be able to meet them. But here it's much better for some reason, so it's nice.
Okay.
I survived the winter too, so it's good.
Okay.
A dish that wakes you up or one that calms you down?
Does coffee count?
I think so. Maybe.
I think anything sugary, I guess. Or something which has as much sugar as energy drinks, something like that.
I think I would prefer one that calms me down because when I eat a lot of ice cream, it calms me down and I can relax and stuff. Otherwise, it gets stressful sometimes.
Okay. We're so fast. We're already through the questions. Oh, surprising flavors or familiar comfort?
Surprising flavors.
What is a surprising flavor for you, for example?
I think I've just eaten food majorly from North India, and when I traveled across South India, Northeast India, there were a few flavors that were very different for me. So they use spices that are different and that are not used majorly in North India. So yeah, I think just exploring India would be very flavorful, even if I don't go outside of the country. So yeah.
Yeah, I like surprising flavors too, because for example, funny story, I went to Japan a few years ago and they were having an Austrian restaurant there and they were having schnitzel and chips and fries. And I was like, are you kidding me? This is a dish I have in my region too, schnitzel? I hope it's called schnitzel in English too, I'm not sure.
I think it's the same word, yeah.
Yeah. So, and like the Wiener Schnitzel is like you have the meat and then you fry it in eggs and breadcrumbs.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have the fries with this, and you sprinkle some lemon over it, and that's like really typical. Let's say southern. It's in Austria, a part of the Switzerland, and a part of southern Germany, like Bavaria or Baden-Württemberg, where I'm from, is a typical dish. You find it every restaurant. I think like, okay, I've traveled 10,000 of kilometers and now I see this dish. We were laughing. So yeah, I was trying many new things in Japan and I really liked the flavors of it. So they were pleasantly surprising.
Japanese food is delicious, yeah. Ginger or chili?
Ginger, definitely.
I think for me it would be chili. We used to use those green chilies and somehow they are very expensive here in Germany for no reason. We only have the powdered spices, otherwise if you buy whole spices, whole chilies, it's very expensive and you only get it at the Asian stores.
I guess because we import them.
Yeah.
Because I think you can't grow them here because of the climate reasons or something, or maybe they're not that good in a greenhouse or something.
Yeah, but we used to put it in literally everything we cook. Here I don't use it, so I just use random spices sometimes. Yeah.
You can't go after the palate of a German person.
Yeah, my spice tolerance is decreasing now. I cannot eat very spicy food. I have changed.
Oh, that's what a lot of my friends and acquaintances told me, that their spice tolerance has sunken because they've been here in Germany or other countries where you don't eat that spicy food. And I really had to retrain them again before they went home for holidays or something.
I'm definitely going to have a lot of stomach issues when I go back. So, yeah.
It's the last one. Yay, we're so fast. It's the similar topic. Chili heat or gentle herbs?
Gentle herbs, I think.
Me too. I can't handle the spicy. Thinking about spice, I got a feeling. My filling will be not so spicy compared to yours, because I don't know, what do you feel about your filling?
I think the dish that I'm going to prepare was made famous because of a few stores in my city, and a lot of people started visiting my city just to eat at those stores, and then it became a really big thing. And in the city there were a few store owners that started producing the specific spice that was supposed to be the filling. And later on it's now like a very, very popular thing across India, and people just go and buy those spices. It's manufactured in my city and it's very specific to my dish that I'm making. So I think the feeling that I get with it is like every time I used to visit the stores where they used to sell, like the restaurants where the proper dish was served, when I used to visit those places with my family or friends, and it's a whole thing there, so everyone just go to those places.
What's special about this spice? Does it have is it a special mixture which you can only find in your region? So basically it's trademarked for the region? Or?
I think so, because I've never seen another brand that produces the same spice. It's only the brand in my city, the manufacturer in my city that produces the spice.
So is it a secret what's in there, or can you reveal?
I think it's a blended spice. We need to blend a few spices to make the filling spice, but yeah, it's just trademarked with them maybe, so this is why they only make it now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think it's true for both the part of my dishes, like the curry and as well as the bread. Both the spices are just very specific to my city. So
okay.
Yeah. And for you?
I mean, the Maultaschen per se, they are called Swabian ravioli, and I think they were just when in the Middle Ages, when they started to do it, I think they just took the ravioli because of trade things and stuff, and then thought, sounds good, let's take them or something. So I don't really know if they are not an original idea per se. The legend goes okay, there was a monk, and while the land he didn't want to face, so he just made those noodle pockets and hid the meat in there, and that's why they're called like God cheaters, Herrgottsscheißerle. So, and because they came apparently from Maulbronn. Maul means muzzle, or the maw of a animal, and Bronn means well, and they said Maultaschen mouth pockets or maw pockets. That's why they're called Maultaschen.
Mm-hmm.
And the spices are like, it's not very spicy. It's just very like when you eat them, you eat two and you are full. Like I think they're very savory. Like you have the two kinds of meats, or in my case I make vegetarian ones, so a broad range of people can eat them. And the spices are like not very spicy per se or specific.
Mm-hmm.
And it's protected by a specific law, and it's only the original food if it comes from this region. Everything is like trademarked, like you can only use this form, you can only use ingredients from obviously the region, and this and this and this and this filling. You have the basic recipe, this is what I will use too. And obviously they're not Maultaschen because I use ingredients from northern Germany, I'm sorry. They're not the OG ones, I'm cheating. You can add spices you want to. There's the base recipe and then you just have fun. So Jiwan, when you think about a dish, you have contrasts in these dishes. Like if you have something sweet, it needs a bit salt. Some heat needs a bit of cream, and some crunch needs softness. Which dish can you think of has this contrast in it?
So the dish that I bring to the KGL CoCo Connect is a bit similar to what you described right now. So it is not that spicy, but it gives you a lot of flavors in one go, and the bread is filled with different kind of spices, and the potato curry is made in different types of spices, and then you can eat them together. And sometimes you also have it with a side dish, and that has yogurt in it, so it brings down all the spices, and it makes the whole thing taste better somehow. And for you, what would that dish be?
Oh no, I don't know. Oh, I think of lava cake. Do you know what lava cake is?
Yeah,
So, because the first time I tried it, fun fact, it was at Burger King. Like it has this cakey substance, this cakey form on the outside, but when you crack through it with the spoon, you have this like fluid chocolate filling, and oh my god, I like this contrast. It's really, really nice. In my third year of my apprenticeship, we had to do a dish and present it as a form of final exam for our apprenticeship. And a group of my class, they made a fried ice cream. So it was ice cream inside and a fried layer outside.
That sounds really weird. I don't know.
Tasted very good.
Okay.
They mastered to have the fried outside, the crusty fried outside, and the cold ice cream inside. It's really cool. Yeah.
That sounds interesting, yeah.
And that makes me wonder, like, are you more spice or are you like more comfort food?
I think I'm more comfort food. I used to eat the same thing every day when I used to come back from school, and my mother used to cook the same thing every day, and I don't know, yeah, it's very common to eat the same thing. In, I think at least North India, people have the same kind of dishes at least once in a day. So every time I used to come back from school, I used to eat the same thing every day.
I don't know, it gives you a kind of safety when you eat the same thing every day. Like it's predictable, it's cozy, it's it, and yeah, it just feels like home, I guess.
What was your comfort food growing up?
The thing is, we had a little garden and little fields, in front of our house. My neighbor, she was also my adoptive grandmother because she took care of us children like we were their own grandchildren. And she had so many fields, and we just could basically go into the garden, grab the, let's say, strawberries, for example, and eat them fresh from the field. It was so nice, and we also make juices or jam, marmalade, and the kind of stuff. And so many cakes in summer, oh my God. Or like potato cake, which is typical for my region too. This would be the second dish I would have made if Maultaschen weren't accepted.
Potato cake.
Yeah.
How do you make it? Like, that sounds...
It's basically, you don't make sweet. Gesundheit. It's like more of a pie dough. Like when you make some, but not sweet. It's like a pie you would fill with meat, for example, but instead you make a pie dough, and then you just make mashed potatoes with a few spices, and you put them in a baking form and you bake it. And then you have potato cake. And there's also another recipe, you do onion cake. And with the traditional way, you put them into stone ovens like they used in Middle Ages and stuff. And it tastes really, really good. It's so nice.
Yeah, I would like to try that.
We have to bake it sometimes. If you want to, we can make it.
Yeah.
And it's also hearty, like the Maultaschen. So you eat one piece and you're full. Jiwan, if you have to choose a dish which would represent you, what kind of dish would you be? Would you be a fish, or would you be an apple, or I don't know?
I think I would be a dessert that's not made very simply. It has a very complicated process and changing personalities, changing tastes with every bite or something like that. So yeah, I think I'm very social and I can connect with people easily, and so I have different flavors. I'm interested in a lot of things, so yeah, with every bite you get a different flavor and different personality. Yeah. And I also change my personality depending on the people I'm around or something like that. So yeah, maybe that's why.
Sounds good and tasty.
And for you?
Oh my God, I don't know. Maybe I'm like spicy meat or something. If you chew through the spicy part, you get the real and tasty flavor, I guess. I'm not really sure. I think, yeah. And I'm full of surprises, I guess. Or maybe I'm more like a dumpling, which filling is different every time because I have different interests and different days where obviously some good days, some bad days. So it depends on the filling.
That's nice.
Yeah. Please like and subscribe to the channel. We would be very happy if you do so. And if not, you make a dog really, really sad. Look at her. She wants you to subscribe and like. Please do it for the dog.
And also check out the events by KGL and join us sometimes whenever you can. And
thank you for listening.
Thank you for listening.
Goodbye.
Bye.
Das war eine neue Folge von CoCo-Cooking Connects. Schön, dass ihr dabei wart.
Wir hoffen, ihr nehmt nicht nur Appetit mit, sondern auch neue Perspektiven und Geschichten.
Ihr wollt selbst Teil von CoCo werden? Vielleicht mal als Cooking Couple mitkochen? Oder einfach bei einem unserer Events dabei sein? Oder uns bei der Podcast-Aufnahme unterstützen?
Dann schaut unbedingt auf unsere Website oder unseren Social-Media-Kanälen vorbei. Dort findet ihr alle Infos zu unseren nächsten Cooking-Events und wie ihr mitmachen könnt.
Alle Infos findet ihr in den Shownotes. Ob Zuhörerin, Köchin oder einfach nur neugierig, bei CoCo ist Platz für alle.
Danke fürs Zuhören.
Und bis zum nächsten Mal bei CoCo-Cooking Connects,
dem Podcast, der Menschen an einem Tisch bringt.
CoCo ist eine Produktion von kulturgrenzenlos e.V. in Zusammenarbeit mit dem BAMF. Konzept und Moderation Patricia und Ann-Christin. Schnitt und Ton Ann-Christin. Ein großer Dank geht an Franzi Schneider für Design und Illustration und an weitere ehrenamtliche helfende Hände.